Good afternoon, everyone. This is Matt over at MilestoneCapitalGrowthPortfolio.com. Today is Sunday, December 7th. Hope everybody had a great weekend, but it's time to get ready for next week. We've got a big week of trading coming up. Why? Because every week is. It's just that simple. All right, there's going to be about 80 people in the chat room tomorrow. Welcome, everybody. Tons of new folks in there and some amazing traders. Just absolutely amazing. What a team is being assembled over there. But definitely stop in if you get a chance. MilestoneCapitalGrowthPortfolio.com. We have that special right now, so that will be ending soon. After that, it's going to be a 6-month and yearly fee only, and it's going to be a little bit higher priced because of the tools and things that we're really getting into. There'll be many alerts underneath the chat room with charts and corresponding option trades all set up, so you could check that out also. All right. Let's get right to it here. AAWW, we're going to take a look at first. Then we're going to look at PCLN, Google, and Apple. All right. AAWW has had a beautiful move since down here in the 31 area. It's sitting up here at the 47 area. Looks really good. I think it's time for a little bit of a pullback. I think we're going to get into this area where the pivot is here. There's plenty of support in this area right here. So if you're looking at a move, it could be a very lucrative one, down to this area here. You're looking at $3.84 to the downside. Could be an option play, especially if it goes for 1 week. So that'll be really nice. But something we really want to take a look at here is more of a longer term outlook for this one. And I'm going to skip over the weekly because the weekly does look beautiful, but I want to make sure I get time for the other charts. So we're at the monthly right now, and you can see the relative strength index, is just sitting up here 57, still has more room for the upside. You have the middle Bollinger Band right here at 40, the 50-day moving average here at 45, middle Bollinger Band down here at 39, and that's right underneath the pivot. But looks really, really great on the monthly. But there's going to be one support area that you really want to be aware of, and that's going to be right across here. On any pullback, because we have a defining uptrend right now. This was our downtrend just sitting here, okay, and it just came all the way up to hit this and then just bust right through it, and on huge volume it just started taking off. Okay, so that's one great thing about this, that it's in a new pattern. So look for the pivot point to be a support, or even this trend line right here will act as support right now as a relative strength index resets on the weekly. I wouldn't be jumping into this yet to go long, but I would be long this stock after we get a nice little pullback on it, because it's going to make a higher high soon. And if you bring this back out, you can see 70.26 is the old high, and the current trend for this now is you can get with this kind of speed, you can do this. You could do this pretty quickly. And you never know if it does blow up there. We get that one pullback, catches the pivot right here on this line right here, and then starts up again. Okay, so that's something definitely keep your eye on in this one. It's really setting up to make a nice little move here. See if I can pull this a little closer so you can see. There we go. So that it's all falling into place here to just catch this pivot and then go from there. So looks really good right here. So let it pull back a little bit and then pick your entry for a long term. If you are long it right now and you have plenty of room, hold it, and it looks good. All right, let's take a look at PCLN. PCLN, I've set this up a little bit too. It's on the monthly right now. Let's switch this back to the daily so we could take a look at it. There's a trade coming up for PCLN, okay? And here's a gap right here on PCLN. You can see right now we have a low, we have a higher low, and now we even have a higher low with the base of the 50-day moving average. So with this gap getting closed here, you're looking at a $54 move here to the upside, or 5% to the upside, and keep a nice tight stop on it. Use a 50-day moving average for this. Your relative strength index is at 46. It's kind of just sitting there. Stochastic's already turned and it's starting to swing to the upside. So let's keep an eye on PCLN, because this could be the bottom of the trade to the upside. And if we can get this trade to the upside, it'll be very healthy and very lucrative, because we do have that $57 move that has to come up and catch this here, and that should be the target on it. And if that's the case, it's going to be a great trade. And if you want to plan it out a little bit, switch over to the crosshairs so you can see where this date is. This date's going to be on the 12th, on the 17th. If it follows this current pattern to the upside, so by the 17th we should be up here at 1196 before we start heading down again. Something else you want to keep an eye on too. That's going to be a little bit of resistance here, and you have this downtrend right here, so you got to manage this line here. So it's going to have to cross this downtrend line in order to get moving to the upside. So you're going to have the resistance right in this area right here, which is 1165. And if you do break that, we could get ripping to the upside. If you can't break it, then we're going to pull back down again, just like I said we were going to do here, because I used this candle and this candle too. We played this right here, beautiful trade, right off the middle Bollinger Band again, and hit this. And I said, all right, everybody out. And we came down and trying to form a base on this. But I'm going to go right into the monthly for this, so you don't think too much into this. The monthly is broken. Okay, it's a very broken chart, and if I show what's going on here, this pop is just going to be a pop, and then it's going to be a drop. Okay, that's the way it's forming right now, and you can see the middle Bollinger Band right there, and it's very close. So if we can catch this fill right here to that trend line, then we're going to start heading down again. Or you could even do this on the monthly, bring this over here, and run it this way, and you could see how perfect it's going to line up to the current trend. See a little arrow from the daily. Okay, this is how you need to focus on these. You have to take all the time frames into consideration and play it for what it's worth. You're making lower lows, okay, and you're making lower highs. So just get ready for PCLN to roll over pretty soon. But for now, we're going to play that upside gap and get a nice lucrative trade on it. All right, let's go shoot to Google real quick. And Google is broken. As we said from the top over here, that this is going to be very fun for us. And so far it's staying true to. Let's see if I can clean this up a little bit. So far it's staying true. There we go. To what I was saying with this trend line, and it's looking really good right now, following this trend. Sorry, I'm trying to get this straightened out here. Pull this in because I want to show you what our target is here. So our target on this one is going to be an June 26th. Is our target for this. All right, I'm going to get rid of this because it's not working very well. Here we go. All right, so the target is going to be a $96 move to the downside. We're going to get that gap fill, and after that gap fill, we're going to make a lot of money. So as long as Google stays, sorry folks, having a little bit of trouble with this chart here. Must be my internet. Nothing's moving nicely over here. So once we get this filled, then we'll shoot back up to the upside. But here's the gap fill right here, and we'll do very well on that one on the daily. So you switch it to the monthly, and you can see how the layout was a little bit more in detail. And we'll shoot this out. Okay. I don't know why my time frame's doing this. Let's snap this back into place. All right, so on the monthly here, you could see how it started to roll over at the end over here, if I can ever get there. Okay, and we just broke. Oh, all right, hold on one second. Okay, sorry about that. You can see how we're staying right on track to hit this line right here. Okay, so this is the monthly. I'm sorry for all the confusion there, but this is the monthly here, and as you can see, we had this top here. It was lower. It was a lower high, and then we started following this trend right now. And the trend's really in place to hit that target. It looks really, really nice, and it did break the middle Bollinger Band. So now that it's under this, we could really lose it. So what I did is I timed it out to be, June 1st in that area before we hit this area, or maybe even the end of the first week before we close this gap that's right here, and then stop pushing to the upside. All right, let's take a look at Apple. Apple's going to roll over a little bit for us, which is perfect because it's had a beautiful move to the upside. Okay, sure, where's Apple here? I am having spelling issues. There we go. All right, so we're going to look at on the monthly first. You can see on the monthly how great it's doing. Oh, okay. So on the monthly, it's really had a big move. Okay, we're down here now, and we broke R1, R2. We've had this beautiful move since 71 going up to the upside. Now we're creating the double top on the and we're starting to get a turn on your relative strength index, and also your stochastics turning up. So this looks really nice right here for a pullback, okay, which it's fine. It absolutely needs it, and we're going to follow the current trend line, and we're going to plan it out this way. Okay, so it's gonna come down over here, and that's where your perfect bottom is going to be before you move up to the upside. So it's just because the pattern that it's in. So if you want to target something like this, for a reset, you're looking at 102 or even 96, but you can plan that even a little bit better, and I'll show you how, because we're going to swing it right down to the daily now. All right, and you can see it already broke the pivot. Now it's getting ready to break the middle Bollinger Band. All right, and what I see taking place here is you're going to get a nice gap fill right here. All right, this is potentially what's going to happen. It's going to bring it down to, we had 102 on the other one written down, to maintain that uptrend pattern. So 100 would probably be a hammer to fill this gap, and then we're good to go from there. Now, if you want to plan out the drop for this one to match up with this line here, which is your other one, then all you're going to do is come over and tag this line and try and set up your current pattern right here. Okay. Let's try that again. So you're looking at the gap fill somewhere in this time frame, and that's January. To get this filled, we'll bring this one over here. Here's our triangular target, and this is the trade zone right now, and your puts are going to be down here and on the first. Okay, so if you want to do some leaps on this and play that way, do it that way, because it's going to happen as long as it stays in its current pattern. All right, this is Matt over at Milestone Capital Growth Portfolio. Sorry about the trouble with the charts today. But make sure you join us, and we do this all day long, and we have a blast and plan out some awesome trades. Thanks, everyone. Have yourself a great night.